All right, I'm going to teach you what Deuteronomy 21:18 means. If a man has a stubborn and rebellious son who will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and who, when they have chastened him, will not listen to them, then his father and his mother shall take hold of him and bring him out to the elders of this city, to the gate of the city, and they shall say to the elders of his city, "This son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard." Then all the men of his city shall stone him to death with stones. So they shall put away the evil from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So when is this done? Okay, well, first let's determine who the father and the mother is. My son, hear your father's commandment. It doesn't say command, it says commandment. And do not forsake the Torah of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart, and tie them around your neck. Okay? And so that's what the father and the mother means. So, for the commandment is the lamp, and the Torah is the light. Let's go to Proverbs 1:8. My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not forsake the Torah of your mother, for they will be a gracious ornament to your head and chains about your neck. So that is the crown of life. So don't let anybody steal your crown, the chain around your neck. That's the Torah. So when Satan is thrown into the pit for 1,000 years, well, the reason why is because it's the Sabbath. It's the 7,000th year. And that great chain is the Torah that binds them, because you're not allowed to work on the Sabbath. Because the Torah binds the Torah. They're not allowed to, so, and he's let out after 1,000 years because the 1,000 years the Sabbath is over. So then we go to Revelation, when this is actually going to happen. Then the angel took the censer, filled it with fire from the altar, and threw it to the earth. And there were noises, thunderings, lightnings, and earthquakes. So those who are in heaven threw the first stone. So they're not going in the rapture. That's what that means. And they're going to go through the tribulation. And that's going to be their time to repent. So when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about a half an hour. And so that's 3.5 years, the hour of testing, and the tribulation 7 years. So this is 3.5 years that there's the next resurrection is in the middle with the two witnesses. And I saw the 7 angels stand before Elohim. To them were given 7 trumpets. 7, 7. Then another angel, having golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense, that he should offer it with prayers of the saints upon the golden altar, which is before the throne. So this is the inner court. And the smoke of the incense from the prayers of the saints ascended before Elohim from the angel's hand. And then the angel took the censer, filled it with fire from the altar, and threw it to the earth, and there was no... So, all right, so that's what happens. They're going to be stoned. What else? Ew. Yeah. All right. But know this, that in the last days, perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves. What does that mean? Okay. For this is the love of Elohim, that we keep his commandments. Jesus said, and that's 1 John 5:3. John 14:15, Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So in other words, they're not going to be keeping the commandments of Elohim. They're going to be keeping their own, which is what people do today. Lovers of money. See, they're going to... Disobedient to parents. That's what disobedient to parents means. They don't keep the commandments of the Torah. And where else are we here? 2 Timothy. Oh, that is 2 Timothy. Where is Ephesians? Huh. All right, let's go to Ephesians. See if I can remember. It was 3:2. Nope. Yep. Honor your children Obey your parents in Yehovah, for this is right. Honor your father and your mother, which is the first commandment with promise. And here's the promise, that it may be well with you and that you may live long on the earth. Okay? So that is exactly what it says here. It's the commandment with promise. Honor your father and your mother. Keep the commandments in the Torah, that your days may be long upon the land which Yehovah your Elohim is giving you. Weird how Paul's teaching the commandments. Well, all you people who say he doesn't. So let's go to Joshua and see. Joshua 1:9. Everybody loves this one. Have I not commanded you to be strong and of good courage, and do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for Yehovah your Elohim is with you wherever you go. Okay, but they leave out everything else before that. Only be strong and very courageous. So they're entering into the promised land, okay? That you may observe to do according to all the Torah which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it from the right hand or the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. This book of the Torah shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then, so here's the promise. Okay, remember with, the commandment with promise, because it's keep the commandments in the Torah, your father and your mother. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. So, you have people that say, oh, we don't have to keep the commandments of the law. Well, you know what? That is exactly what is being said here in Deuteronomy 21:20. And your parents, the commandments in the Torah, they are going to take you out, and they're going to say, like right now, you're being chastened, you're being given directions. Okay, a man has a stubborn and rebellious son who will not obey the voice of the commandments or the voice of the Torah, and who, when they've chastened him, will not heed him. Then his father, his commandments of the Torah, shall take hold of him and bring him out to the elders of the city. So the city is Jerusalem in heaven, and the elders, the 24 elders before the throne. And they've missed the resurrection, because obviously they're not going to the Sabbath rest for denying the Sabbath rest, which is the commandments in the Torah. Duh. Okay, sorry. And his father and his mother shall take hold and bring him to the elders, to the gate of the city, and they shall say to the elders of the city, the son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice, and he is a glutton and a drunkard. Then all the men of the city shall stone him to death with stones. So you shall put away the evil from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. Because they're going to. They're going to. Because this is going to happen, whether you like it or not. So you can either be obedient, or you can be a son of disobedience. Okay? So that's why Jesus, told the scribes and the Pharisees, your father's the devil. Because the devil's Torahless. He's Torahless, and they were Torahless. They didn't keep the Torah. They kept the Talmud. Jesus didn't teach against the Torah. He taught against the Talmud. Same with Paul. So, this, So, Yehovah bless you and keep you. Yehovah makes to shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yehovah lift up his countenance upon you and give you shalom.